You ever hear someone say, "We're moving to the foothills," and then you think, okay, but where is that exactly? Are we talking mountain towns, suburbs with a view, or just a fancy name for anything west of I-25? So today we're going to clear the air up once and for all, because here in Colorado, when people say foothills, they're not being poetic. They're talking about a very real, a very beautiful, and very specific slice of Colorado living. But is it right for you? Maybe, maybe not. Just stick around, because I'm breaking down exactly what the Colorado foothills are and which cities actually count, and what it's like to really live there. The good, the bad, and the, wait, what do you mean I need a bear-proof trash can for? All right, let's get our bearings. The Colorado foothills are the band of rolling hills between the flat plains and the towering Rocky Mountains. They're the gateway zone. Not quite high altitude wilderness, but definitely not standard suburban grid either. If you've ever driven west out of Denver and watched neighborhoods turn into pine-covered hills and curving mountain roads, that's the moment that you've entered the foothills. And here's something people don't realize right out of the gate. You're also gaining elevation. Denver sits at 5,280 feet. Foothill communities, well, they're typically sit between 6,000 and 7,800 feet. Golden's hillsides, Morrison, Genesee, Lookout Mountain, they all climb into that range. And that extra altitude, well, it does a few things. Cooler temperatures, more snowfall, thinner air, out-of-your-state visitors will certainly feel it. Hydration becomes a lifestyle. Different plants thrive, and the sun, well, it means business up here. This is part of what gives the foothills that crisp mountain feel without being deep into the high country. All right, here's where people get confused. A lot of folks assume that every city west of Denver is a foothills town. Littleton, well, it's fantastic, but mostly flatlands. Lakewood touches the hills in spots, but mostly suburban. Oh, well, how about Arvada? Rolling terrain here and there, but it's not what locals consider foothills. Great West Denver suburbs? Yes, absolutely. Foothills? Not really. Now, Golden? Golden is the real deal. Golden sits right at the base of the Rockies. You've got winding roads, Lookout Mountain, trailheads that are minutes from your door, and views that make your morning coffee taste so much better. If your Colorado dream includes pine trees, rock formations, and feeling tucked into the hills, Golden is what you're picturing, not Littleton. Quick true story, I worked with a couple from Chicago. They were outdoorsy, remote workers, and very clear that they wanted mountain living, but not too much mountain living. They started their search in Arvada. Mountain was adjacent, yep, but not quite the foothills. But the day we drove into the actual foothills, we saw the switchbacks, the boulders, the sweeping views from Lookout Mountain. They rolled down the windows and they looked at each other and they said, "Oh, this is what we meant." They bought in Golden, minutes from trailheads, close to coffee shops. They were living their hiking on a Tuesday dream. And a month later, they told me that it felt like they were on vacation every day. Now that's the magic of the foothills. So why do people love it? Let's talk about the dream. Think about it. Year-round outdoor adventure, mountain biking, hiking, quieter pace, cleaner air, and brighter stars. And that feeling of being away even though you're 20 minutes from Target. Now, if you crave nature without disappearing into the deep mountains, this is it. But let's talk about the realities. Weather hits harder, snow sticks longer, steep driveways, they certainly can become your winter workout. Driving can certainly be adventurous. Switchbacks, wildlife, and the occasional, is this really a road moment? Now, wildfire risk is real. Some areas have higher premiums and some carriers may decline coverage altogether. Now, that's where a great insurance broker comes in. Oh, and internet and cell service, better every year, but still quirky in some pockets. Oh, let's talk about the wildlife. Adorable, until that bear wanders past your porch. You'll learn quickly why trash cans have locks on them. Now, this is the kind of conversations that I walk people through every day. I help folks figure out whether foothills living is their real everyday life, not just the Pinterest version. Because this isn't about convincing you to move somewhere. It's about helping you find the place where you can take a breath and say, yep, this feels like home. You'll probably love the foothills if you want nature and quiet, don't mind windy roads, crave a view, and can handle wildlife, snow, elevation, and a little extra prep work. You might prefer West Denver suburbs like Lakewood, Littleton, and Arvada if you want flat, easy driving, need reliable internet, want fast access to the city, or maybe you prefer neighborhoods over hills. There's no right or wrong. It's what fits your life. And if you're still deciding whether foothills living fits your Colorado move, I want you to watch this next video, Golden, Colorado, weekend hikes within 15 minutes. It'll give you a real sense of what life feels like when trailheads are basically in your backyard, and why so many of my clients fall in love with Golden. Until then, remember, life is short, live somewhere awesome, and be well. We'll see you next time.